Hello, everybody. What's up? And I am back again for the second time in 1 week. That is a new personal record for me, I believe. But the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct just happened, and I was watching with my nephew, but he had to go to school. So believe me, if you want to see a tantrum, then just make a kid go to school 2/3 of the way into a Nintendo 2 Direct. Not good. But he went. Anyways, the Switch 2 is officially announced with everything, all the games that are coming out at launch. We got release dates, we got games. Did it disappoint? No. It was pretty much everything you could want in a Switch 2 Direct. They first of all, Mario Kart World is Mario Kart 9, and we're gonna get you get a bundle pack with digital version if you want. I might want to get a physical copy, so I might get like the Switch 2, just a regular thing. They didn't give a price, I just realized. But anyways, it's coming out June 5th, 2025. So we got 3 months. Time to put those switches on eBay, if you know what I mean. There's gonna be a flood. Shoot, I might want to sell now, but I don't know why it said April 17th, 2025. I was thinking like, oh crap, is that gonna be the release date for Mario Kart? Because I mean for Switch 2, because at the end of Mario Kart World it said April 17th, 2025. I don't know what that means. But let's go through from the beginning, everything to talk about. We got game chat. I think there's gonna be like a mic on the Switch console itself, and the controllers, the Joy-Cons. So finally we're gonna have like a proper chat thing going on, and they announced a camera. So that's cool, I guess. It's not only for I think you probably live stream with it, and you could probably you're gonna be able to play games with it and use it like motion sensor kind of thing. Yeah, a camera that's that's a pretty basic piece of equipment, so I'm cool with that. But don't make it be like $100. If that thing's like 40, that's fine. Because it didn't look exactly like some kind of red camera or anything. You know what I mean? It looked pretty basic. Game share, again, that's pretty damn cool. You're going to be able to play locally with another person on the Switch, like me and my nephew. We don't have to buy 2 games to play something. I like that. They announced HDR and high definition. HDR is going to be available on dock and on the handheld mode, and I think they said the screen is going to be 1080p, so that's an upgrade. And 4K in the dock mode. So we're moving on up finally. Mouse controllers, again, that's confirmed, but they showed a couple games where, how you can use it, a couple little mini games. Those are cool. I hope they also I wonder how optimized they're going to be for like a first-person shooter or something. I still prefer to play first-person shooter with a controller, to be honest. It's just comfortable. I like sitting back. I don't like being all But yeah, the mouse controllers, they look like they're gonna, you could do some cool things with them. That, the golf thing looks kind of fun and everything. 256 gigabytes internal storage, so it's a bump there. They are also going to be we're still using this micro SD cards, but now you got to use the micro SD Express. So I was hoping to just pop in the old SD card from my Switch OLED and pop it in, but I guess I'm gonna have to buy a whole new SD card. Luckily, I don't think they're that expensive, but this is all stuff you have to buy at launch, so it's just like things are accumulating a little bit between the camera and the new SD card, and they haven't given a price yet. But it's gonna have a built-in, fan in the dock, so keep it cool. Switch games are supported. We're going to be able to do a data system transfer, so that's cool. It'll make things nice and streamlined for when you get it, and just, switch everything over and you're ready to go. They announced upgrade packs available for Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby, Forgotten Lands, and Prime 4. So I knew Prime 4 was going to be like both Switch 1 and Switch 2. So Prime 4 and 4K, come on, that's going to be freaking tight. That is, I cannot tell you how much I'm looking forward to Prime 4. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom too. I have been playing Tears of the Kingdoms, and I'm probably like, I don't know, 15 hours into it right now. Now I'm going to have to put it aside, but that's okay. I got a bunch of shorter games on PS5 Pro, like Space Marine 2 and everything I want to play. So I'm going to put that one on the side for a while, because, come on, if it's coming on Switch 2 as an upgrade, I got to finish it the proper way here. They also announced Zelda Notes, some kind of app, but yeah, Prime 4 is going to be 4K, 60 frames per second, or you do like the prioritized frame rate thing. I don't care about frame rate that much, I'll be honest. I think they're pretty much fine where they're at. If it's 4K, 60 frames per second, I'm good with that. Let me play my 4K, and then Dragon Drive they announced as a way to show off. This is a game that kind of reminds me of like Destruction All Stars for PS5 when they came out. Like, it's kind of like, okay, we're throwing in another game, so our launch lineup just increased, but it's probably just a way to show creative mouse controls, 2 mouses in this case. So you're gonna, I just realized there's no keyboard. So I don't know if you can expect to play first-person shooters the same way. I guess you can maybe use the left thumbstick and those buttons, and then, yeah, I guess you could do it. But I don't know. There's probably going to be a way. But I am curious to see. As far as Dragon Drive, it looks fun. I don't know how gimmicky it is, but it'll be fun to try out at least, just to see what they're doing with these new controls. Then we got some third-party games announced: Elden Ring, Hades 2, Street Fighter 6. Demon X Machina, Split Fiction, Hogwarts Legacy, Tony Hawk, Hitman. These are all games that let me know that, oh, okay, the Switch is finally up to like modern standards. It's gonna, all the major releases we're gonna see on Switch 2 now. It's not just gonna be like Nintendo exclusives with a few past generation ports. Like, we're gonna get all the modern games now. They're not gonna be as good as like PS5 Pro and all that, but they're gonna be able to run decently, So this bump was much needed for anyone who wants to play current games. The next game they announced after Hitman, Project 007. They left it very ambiguous, like, what is this going to be? The first thing I thought of was, we're getting like a proper GoldenEye remake. I don't know, is that what it's going to be? Because I wouldn't mind. That'd be cool. But whatever it is, some kind of new GoldenEye inspired thing with new elements, maybe all the James Bond. I don't know, but I'm very intrigued about Project 007. Don't sleep on that one. Then we got Bravely Default remastered, Yakuza 0, which I just started getting into the Yakuza series, by the way. And damn, I did not know how good and how fun these games were. They're psycho, they're fun, they're crazy, they're funny. I love them. Then a new Zelda game, well, Zelda-ish, Hyrule Warriors 3. I never played them, but it's cool, a little prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. It looks great. A lot of enemies on screen. Can't Can't complain about that one. There usually seems to be a new Hyrule Warriors game, like with every like system that comes out. Um, then let's see what we got. Oh yeah, the big one. I was waiting for this. Nintendo GameCube Online. With the controller, I'm gonna have to give me that controller because that looks pretty cool. But they announced a few games for it. You know, Wind Waker, and I forgot another game. But the big one I was excited about is F-Zero GX. That is one of those GameCube games stuck in time games where it's like, damn, I want to buy a GameCube just so I can play that game. But I'm not going to buy a GameCube just so I can play that game. I'm so glad that F-Zero GX it still looks amazing today. Amazing racer. The one game I was hoping so badly they would announce. But they didn't. Not yet anyway. I have feelings coming. But please give me the Rogue Squadrons. Give me Rogue Squadron 2 and 3. I will be so happy. That is literally, so many times in the middle of the night, I would be up on eBay and I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy a GameCube. I need to play Rogue Squadron 2 and 3. Those games just blew me away when I first saw them. Like, I remember when the GameCube came out and I went to Electronic Boutique, and they had a GameCube there. And I saw Rogue Squadron 2. And it was like, you know, the space fight by the Death Star. And I was like, what the heck? Is this a movie? I never saw graphics like that before in my life. It felt like the essence of Star Wars. And I never got to play the game. And I've been wanting to play it ever since. Just please, release those two games. You need to. Come on. Those are no-brainers. They're stuck on the GameCube. We need to have them. Come on, please, please. So yeah, after that, we got Borderlands 4, Sid Meier's Civilization. That one's kind of cool because it's obviously meant for a mouse. So that would be a good game to try the mouse on if you're into that kind of game. We got Star Seeker, Astronaut Explorers, whatever. That looks pretty cool. If it's some kind of No Man's Sky kind of thing, the garbage truck is coming by, if that's what you hear. Cyberpunk 2077, FF7 remake. Again, more games to let you know that the Switch is going to be having all the modern games now. Maybe not the top end graphically wise, but pretty much all of them. Oh boy, let's just take a minute to enjoy this garbage truck sound. Okay. There we go. And he's moving. I can see him through the crack of my window. Alright, okay, here's a new one. We got the Duskbloods. An exclusive from Software. I hate saying that. They did that on purpose. But, that, looks like... What the hell is that game? I forgot. But, come on, an exclusive from Software that looks like a sequel to... I can't think of the name of the game right now. I'll figure it out. I'll post it here. But that looks amazing. I thought it was going to be like a new Castlevania or something. I'm like, what's this? But actually, I think it is kind of like a Dracula kind of game. Because it looks like he's sucking blood. But that looks... People are going to be very happy about that. It looks like a next generation game. It's something a little bit different, Nintendo-ish wise, you know, not your typical just Marios and stuff like that. You know, from Software, they've been bringing it. People can't get enough, so I can't see why they wouldn't. People are gonna buy systems for this game, for sure. People who are on the edge are like, oh, well, I gotta play that game. That looks freaking sick. Then they announced a new Kirby Air Riders. That's pretty cool. I remember that game on the GameCube. It was really fun. And, you know, modern graphics, that's going to be... It's a little close to the Mario Kart release, so that's a little... I don't know how that's going to affect its sales. Hopefully it doesn't come out right at the same time, but it does look, that is going to be a cool one. And then last but not least, this one I jumped out of my seat for. Donkey Kong Bonanza, a brand new, fully fledged Donkey Kong game. It looks like it combines like Donkey Kong 64 with like Donkey Kong, a little Donkey Kong Country here and there, with its own style. You see fully like Donkey Kong in his revised kind of classic look. I love it. I think he looks great. And that is a beautiful game. Like, if you're concerned about Nintendo Switch 2 graphics, don't be concerned. It looks amazing. It has like a Super Mario Odyssey look. I think they probably use like the same engine or something, but it looked absolutely the most gorgeous Nintendo game I've seen so far. Mario Kart World looks really good too, but you know, it looks like Mario Kart. It's just they're adding more characters and stuff. It's not much different than Mario Kart 8. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, damn. It looks like it has like completely destructible environments. Like, this looks truly next gen. A big leap from Switch 1. The characters, the colors, the worlds, it looks like they really took a lot of time on this one. I cannot wait for Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was hoping for a Donkey Kong Country Returns 3, but this is cool. This might be even better. Let's see where else we could take Donkey Kong, because, you know, other than Donkey Kong Country games and one 3D game on the 64, we haven't done much with him. So this could be the flagship Donkey Kong going forward from now on. I just cannot wait for that one. That looks amazing. So all in all, this Switch 2 presentation was, I mean, you got Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdoms, upgrades. You got just a new Mario Kart. The Switch 2 itself hardware is great. You got all these a couple exclusives: Donkey Kong, Prime 4, Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I mean, there really is something for everyone. And you know, they put a lot of other things, the indie games here and there that look cute and everything. So I mean, what more could you want? Did it have every game I was hoping for that they would announce? No, but I'm sure they will. So for the time being, Nintendo, June 5th, 2025, I'm in. I'm gonna have to sell my Switch OLED and start saving. I hope the price is gonna be under 400. We'll see. I can't imagine it being over 500. Maybe with the game, it will be like 525 or something. I don't know. But all right, that was the Switch 2. I am excited as hell. I'm gonna start looking at that Nintendo Today app and see if I get any more news. But that was exciting. I think Nintendo did a good job. I can't imagine how the Switch 2 is not going to be a success. This will not be another Wii U. It will be a success. The backwards compatibility is a key factor. So, I don't know. How many of you guys are ordering this thing day one? I am. That's for damn sure. I wonder if they can come out with different colors or anything at launch. Maybe there will be. But I always kind of like to have the standard, like the main default system. I don't know. I feel like it's just iconic, you know. Later on, you know, if I go back to get a system, like I'm still looking for a new 3DS XL. Maybe I'll get one of the cool color variants, but I don't know. I'm just kind of a stickler for, I like to have like the classic default look when it comes to a system. So either way, I'm going to order what I can, and it's going to be an exciting and very anticipatory next 3 months. Still figuring out if maybe I should keep my Nova. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I'm rambling now, so it's time. Till next time.
But wait! There's more!
Okay, I totally forgot to talk about the new Pro Controller. I've had every Pro Controller that Nintendo has made since the Wii. There's Wii, the Wii U, and the Switch Pro Controller, and I've loved them all. I think they make a great Pro Controller that's way less costly than all the other ones. But the problem is they've never had the back triggers. Now the Switch 2 one is finally getting the back triggers, and it has like a headset mic plug-in. It just looks a little beefier, just like a really soft. I know they're Pro controllers. I have all three of them sitting right on my desk right here right now. They're great, and this is going to be, I know it's going to be the best one. I cannot wait for that. But yeah, again, I love this Nintendo Direct. I am excited. I already registered for the Switch 2 pre-order thing. I am ready to go. Again, guys, until next time, take it easy.